Welcome back to the 2011 European Battlenet Invitational here in Warsaw, Poland. Joining me on stage is the lovely Zoe. Zoe, how are you doing today?
I'm doing absolutely fine, and I'm really psyched to see more games today.
Please welcome the first team here onto stage for this Consolation final. Give them a warm welcome here in Warsaw. It's, of course, the DNAW trio.
All right, so you guys played your way up here, and so tell us a little bit how that went for you guys. Did you have an easy time, or was it quite hard?
The first game we met was versus Zotan, basically, and they're the team we had the most problem with because they kind of counter us a bit, and we had basically no practice going into the game, whereas they were playing around about 20 games for our comp and, you know, had the practice for it. But prior to them, there was really no problem. Besides that, once we entered the loser bracket, we met an RLS, which was relatively easy, and another In Flames Hydra and Dreamstock, which was easy as well. And yeah, it was just the first game that was a problem. That's just about it.
So they're gonna most likely play Shadow Cleave again. So did you guys consider to maybe change your comp a little bit to like maybe counter that out, as they are currently countering you out a little bit, or do you want to stick to your original plan?
Well, we did think about switching comps and playing Warrior Mage and Paladin, but I don't think it has any other advantages that MLS doesn't already, and we haven't had any practice playing that comp, so it didn't make any sense to move out of anything that we've already done, so yeah.
All right, so if you would win now and then facing Showtime in the finals, how do you feel about that? Do you think that you're gonna do good against them, or is that a little bit like, since they're also most likely gonna play Shadow Cleave as well?
Well, we've met both these teams on TR, and for whatever reason, Zotan seems to be the harder comp. So I think if we manage to beat Zotan here, then we're going to be pretty confident going into the game against another, and hopefully win that as well. But we'll be ecstatic anyway, since we'll be going to BlizzCon after winning this. So yeah, just hope we get this game done. And I mean, it's their advantage and it's their game to lose, but we'll try our best.
All right, and we all, of course, wish you good luck with that.
Let's hear it once again. DNAW trio. So Zoe, their opponents, we saw them up here on stage yesterday in the final game of the day, and they lost 3-0. You think they're going to do better here today?
That is a good question. I mean, it was like the first stage match yesterday for the World of Warcraft teams, and also like for some of that team, it was like one of them is apparently still quite young and everything. So that, of course, plays into that. And I think it was good for them to like get the experience to play yesterday. So maybe they're not as like nervous or anything today. And yeah, I really hope for them that it's going better today.
Well, let's bring them out on stage. They're going to be facing DNAW trio here in the Consolation bracket final. Big warm welcome, Victorinox.
All right, so we had you guys up here already, and you apparently lost last time against Showtime. So how do you feel against facing them maybe again?
We might do something different, because we talked with Clipsy yesterday and we got a bit of advice. So we might do a bit better, or maybe a lot better, I hope so at least. And I think we got a good chance.
And how do you feel about the matchup coming up now against DNAW trio?
We beat them already yesterday, and it wasn't that hard for us, but I still believe against MLS it's still a 50-50 for Shadow Cleave, but we have a slight advantage, I think.
So I assume you're definitely going to stick to your comp then?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, then of course we wish you good luck with that as well, and I hope for you that you go your way to the BlizzCon.
Yeah, so let's hear it once again, Victorinox. So Zoe, the Consolation bracket final, the winner will not only go through to the grand final to have a crack at Showtime, a team who have pretty much steamrolled through the tournament so far, but they will complete their road to BlizzCon. They will guarantee themselves a spot at that major tournament. It's going to be a great game. Of course, we once again have streams in 2 languages, in Polish and in English. Our English stream will be brought to you by Zoe and Zun, and the Polish stream will be brought to you by Tiger and Kumbal. Have fun.
So yeah, we are in the arena now, Dakkroth Arena. Is it going to be for the first match? And it's going to start in any second. We have on the left-hand side Victorinox, and then on the right-hand side we have the DNAW trio. And yeah, first of all, we're going to follow Draintrainy a little bit through this game and see how he is doing right at the moment. And
we see a hex on Draintrainy, which gets instantly dispelled. It's a bit of a win.
Yeah, and there is some pressure going down
we
onto...
see a howl on the DK and Draintrainy, so dispelled. AMS popped by Zotan, who is pretty low at 50% at the moment. Still roaming pretty low HP.
Yeah, but...
And we see a Shadow Clee is putting some pressure on, or trying to put some pressure on the mage to stop, you know, him from getting a CC and doing damage. We see Rodriguez at half HP right now, but also we have Zotan at 50% HP with no AMS up. Geru is up, so you're going to see a lot of damage coming from that.
You start transformation, and there's still the main pressure from DNAW team trio that way around. Definitely goes on to Zotan there, and but I think Geru is doing a really good job healing him up again.
He's doing a good job. His mana seems okay compared to Drudenhaus, who's at 38k mana, compared to Geru, who's still at 60k. So advantage on mana there. We see both Rodriguez and Zotan at 50% HP here.
And Draintrainy actually gets really good CC by the DNAW trio, so they're really trying to lock him down there and not making him able to actually, yeah, using his CCs on the DNAW trio.
Swap on Geru right now. No, yeah, a swap on Geru right now. The death call on Rodriguez, who's still at 50% HP, while Dakkroth just got CS'd. Yeah, Rodriguez roaming, and they're going to big heal.
Yeah, so he gets focused pretty badly at the moment, and I don't know where Drudenhaus is at the moment. Okay, he got out of LOS there behind those boxes, but definitely making sure to get his mage back up.
And we see Rodriguez blocking 18k HP, while Drudenhaus is pretty low on mana, looking at 20k mana.
Yeah, and definitely should go and drink something at some point. But he's not really able, like they like even the pet and everything.
He has a swap to Drudenhaus. Oh.
Now Drudenhaus finally got behind those boxes, not quite able to drink yet because he gets pestered by the pet of Zotan there. Now Dakkroth is dropping quite low there, and the healer is not even... Is he line of sight? Yeah, okay. So he had to jump down there, and he's getting lower, and there he dies. And of course, they focus on Drudenhaus, and Dakkroth died as well. So I don't know if that was a good decision there to actually jump down there. I mean, he definitely had to do it to get his mana back up.
That's what he tried to do. You know, he was pretty very low mana. So his only chance at this point was to go for a drink. Fortunately, they put a lot of pressure on the mage, and
so Dakkroth Arena, the game we're going to see now Victorinox still on the left-hand side and DNAW trio on the right-hand side. And we shall see if they will be able to do it this time. As we said before, it is kind of hard to play against Victorinox like that. And okay, there we go. And the gates open, and they're heading into a game right behind the pillar, of course. And this arena, actually, I really love Dakkroth Arena, since you can pretty much let them not to do that pillar hugging strategy, because there is enough room behind all the pillars to actually just go for it.
It's definitely one of the most balanced arena, you know, considered by all the WoW players at least. So if MLS, you know, could win, it would probably be this map. And we see Geru right now at 60% HP, while they're putting a lot of pressure on the Zotan, who just AMS'd at 50% HP. We see a fear on Dakkroth.
And that's pretty much the same way the last game started, like putting lots of pressure onto Zotan there, but Zotan again got healed up quite good, and Dakkroth from the DNAW trio is getting a little bit of damage there, but nothing too bad.
Right, and we see actually Geru just used NS, so you won't see, and still can't pick Zotan back up, who's at 40k HP right now, pops an AMZ to keep himself up, while Draintrainy is still around 60% HP, so a lot of pressure. We see a deep freeze on Geru right now. We could see a possible swap. No, that's a deep sheep actually, who was just trinketed by Geru. So we see still Zotan 50% HP, who just popped Lichborn.
But Rodriguez is getting quite lots of damage too, and has to try to get away there.
Yeah, exactly. Rodriguez taking a lot of damage. And we see both teams have used all their trinkets, so you know might expect a kill soon because nobody has a trinket right now. Rodriguez still has a block.
Yeah. There
you go. But he's still roaming pretty low mana.
And also he's running a low, like not running low on cooldowns, but like he doesn't really have anything ready. Ice Barrier will be up anytime soon again, so they will definitely absorb some damage. But he gets grabbed by the Death Knight there, and of course trying to get away there. Ice Chains onto him, and there goes the Ring of Frost. So also trying to get away with that one, and it seems to work out. Howl of Terror just used, so he gets feared now again.
And then we see a fear on both Death Knight and Draintrainy, and Draintrainy is still sitting in a hex at the moment. Both teams still do not have a trinket, so Geru and Drudenhaus approximately have the same mana. So, but yeah, Zotan's still pretty low. It doesn't have AMS for about 15 seconds right now. Still roaming at 50% HP. We see a deep on Geru.
Yeah, and Zotan gets pressured a lot again. Is dropping really low, and Geru is okay. He is actually in reach, so he can definitely heal him up. But that was a close one.
At 10k HP, gets picked back up. Still not too much pressure on the MLS, who seem to be doing fine. Mana seems also to be about equal, but Zotan has no cooldown at this point. No Trinket, no EMS, no AMZ, no Lichborn.
Yeah, so he is definitely the target to go there for the DNAW trio at the moment.
As you can see, he's just playing defensive behind the pillar because he knows if he goes back in there against that MLS, he might take a lot of damage and, you know, might take, you know, it might die.
Yeah, but they're doing good. Victorinox is putting lots of pressure onto the DNAW trio right now. There comes the Howl of Terror, so Dakkroth and Rodriguez just got feared, and Drudenhaus is taking some damage as well now.
DNAW trio. What you can also look is Geru is at 20k mana, was Drudenhaus doing way better at 50k almost. So doing better. We've seen AMS pop by Zotan right here. And Dakkroth and Rodriguez are both really low at the moment. Rodriguez forcing to block. Dakkroth still pretty low at 20k HP.
And he gets focused again.
Focused
and the DK
we see a
reaching
blanket
him now.
smile.
There comes the portal behind the pillar. That just went right, but now he's parachuted again.
Still at 10%. He goes for a banish on the lock.
Oh my god. Howl of Terror
really
onto
low,
him,
5k
and he's
HP,
dropping low again.
HP.
But they put lots of pressure onto Zotan as well, so he is low again. And this is so close. Oh my god.
And we see a Lichborn on Zotan, which is going to make him immune to fears, and just, wow, and he actually lived.
He lived through that.
Dakkroth still
amazing.
really low in HP, but Zotan actually dropping really low, has no AMS for a little bit.
And Dakkroth also has to play defensive now,
Dakkroth still really low in HP, while Drudenhaus is in a fear now and a Gnaw stun.
Yeah, but
so don't expect any heals.
So gets a little bit of heal up again onto himself. And Drudenhaus is dropping low
Best
now
round pops
as well.
AMS, so accept a lot of mana. They're both now on Drudenhaus, who's pretty low in HP, as well as mana. But they should be fine. We see Dakkroth still at 50% HP himself, but Drudenhaus just doing his best right now, popping Spear, Walk of Grace to be able to heal himself running.
And he did good, like most of his teammates did good, peeled off those enemies from him. And now damage goes on to Dakkroth again.
And actually, he still has no AMS, so Zotan is 20% HP, 30k HP, and he's dead.
Oh my god!
And MLS scores the kill.
There we go.
Wow, very, very nice job. Impressive, pretty impressive from Dakkroth to survive at 1k HP.
And there we are in a Ring of Valor of Victorinox again on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side we see the DNAW trio or DNAW trio. I'm still not quite sure how they actually like say it themselves. Did you hear them say their own name? DNAW trio.
DNAW trio means do nothing and win trio. There you go.
Yeah, but is it? Do they actually say DNAW or?
They say actually DNAW. That's how to say it.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Yeah, and it's pretty much, you know. I think it's more like a joke name, you know, kind of call their team do nothing and win because they run MLS, but I still think they're doing a great job, so we'll see what happens on this map.
Okay, this score. Okay, now it's back up.
Right.
So 1-1 is the score at the moment. So this map.
And we see a spell lock off the bat on Dakkroth when he was trying to actually put his port up. So he's not going to expect much pressure from him at the start.
Okay, we see a Hex on Draintrainy, got out of it right away.
We see a deep on Geru. And we see Zotan actually really low right now. The Omen at 30%, pops AM. Yes. And we see a sheep on Geru, which was instantly trinketed. So a lot of pressure there coming out. Both Geru and Draintrainy use their trinkets, but we also see
Zotan is dropping low again, and just got counterspell as well.
And Rodriguez blocks at 10,000 HP and expects.
It's a close one.
We see an NS on Rodriguez, but they're instantly swapping Drudenhaus to counter the pressure.
Zotan is really doing good, always keeping his blade on Rodriguez there, and really puts lots of pressure there.
Exactly. At the same time, Zotan still 50% HP in a full deep, which he has to icebound. So he has really not many cooldowns left at the moment except a trinket. There you go, that's the trinket from Zotan, so, and the Lichborn, so really
doing everything to keep himself alive, since Geru is in a Hex right now.
Geru hovering at 70k HP, might see a swap maybe, but we see a full fear on Geru right now. Pops AMS, has no other cooldown at this point.
And now another attempt onto Zotan. That could get really dangerous because I don't think he has too much to actually keep himself alive.
We see a swap on Geru right now, 30k HP, 20k. Gets picked up a little bit. We see both Zotan and Geru really low. Spearling Totems comes in. Zotan pops an AMZ still really low, but at the same time, Rodriguez still at 30k HP. And see, there we go, the second block. We see a fear on Geru while Zotan has 10k HP, blanket CS, and he goes down.
Oh my god.
Wow.
So again, really great CC there. Like, they just really kept Geru away from healing Zotan. There we are on the map. So this could be the match point for DNAW Trio. So if they get this one, they will actually head into the finals and play against Showtime. And, well, if not, then Victorinox gets another chance to prove themselves against Showtime, which we saw yesterday already.
Exactly. So right now, all the pressure is on Victorinox. So, if they lose this game, they're out, and then it's going to be, DNAW Trio against another Shadow Cleave, but anything can happen in this game. I still think Victorinox has a chance, so we'll see what happens.
Exactly. Okay, the scoreboard is apparently not really correct right now, but yeah, it's DNAW Trio 2 and a 1 for the
Victorinox.
Victorinox, exactly. So I don't know why that is, but yeah, just don't actually look at that. And all is good. We
see Dakkroth and Rodriguez pushing the middle of the map, trying to, be a little bit offensive, while the other team's trying to stay back and probably wants them to come in.
Yeah.
And we just see some dots at the moment, not much going on. Rodriguez just dispelled Demon Cell, which is a huge cooldown from the Warlock, so that's a good thing. Geru is hovering 80%. HP just dispelled. Geru gets actually deep. We might see an incoming swap while Zotan gets ranked. Pops AMZ. Geru really low, has to stone form.
And he also gets counterspelled.
He also just gets CS, but AMZ is here, so he won't take too much damage. This comes a Desco into a Howl, which is going to get trimmered.
Oh my god, he gets CC'd so badly, but on the other side, we see
Drudenhaus
Rodriguez
is 7-second silence,
low.
so it has to spear link.
Yeah, Strangleite on Drudenhaus, so Rodriguez dropped a little bit low, got away there though, and Zotan again.
A full fear on Geru actually with Zotan has to AMS.
And yeah, deep freeze on Geru, just wore out.
So still a lot of pressure on both sides. Dakkroth 50%, Drudenhaus 50%. Well, Zotan still at 30% HP right now. Gets a little bit picked up. We see a silence on Dakkroth right now. What we have to note is Geru has no trinket at the moment, while Zotan has no AMS. So
and he just gets Howl of Terror, then Fear, like in a row. Draintrainy is hexed right now, so lots of pressure.
Zotan just popped Lichborn, so he will be able to heal himself a little bit here, but he has not many cooldowns left. Zotan, we see a deep on Geru right now. Might see a sheep coming up. Probably gets got stopped. We see Zotan at around 70%.
I go on to Geru, seeing that he used quite a bit of his cooldowns as well already. So yeah, gonna see how that works out to actually keep Zotan alive, who himself doesn't have too much to work with anymore. And a sheep on Draintrainy right there.
And we see Zotan still on Rodriguez, you know, trying to stop that damage, but himself really low with no AMS, no AMZ, no trinket. While Geru still has also no trinket, so if they can land up some CC, we see a deep and a Desco at the moment Geru, so there's the swap on Geru, who doesn't have many cooldowns left. But Rodriguez at the same time has to block.
Geru tries to get away a little bit, out of LOS. And again, yeah, that's what he does now.
And yeah,
dropping down there.
Victorinox just swapped to Drudenhaus, who had to use NS, who's still pretty low in HP, 25k HP, 18k, 12k, 7k, 2k HP.
And Drudenhaus is he going to survive that? No, he's dead. Definitely, but Geru is taking a lot of damage
Geru
now as well, and why he will die.
AMZ gets saved.
No, oh god.
Very nice,
that saved
very
his
nice
life
AMZ by
Definitely.
Zotan, who just saved Geru. Or that would have been a...
Now Rodriguez
really
seems to die again, like right after he gets out. Okay. Okay, so that one goes to Victorinox. So we have a 2-2 there on the scoreboard now. All right, so 2-2 the score at the moment, and we're gonna be in Dalaran.
Dalaran Arena, so another map that we didn't see today, so we'll see what happens there. Probably a very close game again. I mean, it was close pretty much all of these last 4 games, so we'll see what happens on this map.
Yeah, so and the winner will move on to the finals, and the other one will at least make the 3rd place, and the 3rd place is still awarded with $2,000 for the whole team. The 2nd place will get $6,000 and $15,000 for the winner tomorrow. No, today, not tomorrow. That way around. All right, so we're gonna start right now. Okay, good. Camera working.
So we see the whole team right now. Actually, Nova still starting, Zotan starting on the mage as usual to counter his damage. We see Icy Veins coming out. And Zotan around a 50%. He has to AMS at around 50k HP right now, but at the same time trying to put some pressure on Rodriguez. And we see Ring of Frost, so that the team is trying to avoid right now.
Yeah, definitely moving out of that right away. And Rodriguez is dropping quite low there.
Still really low. Drudenhaus just dispelled a UA, so silence for a few seconds. Rodriguez might have to block, and he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah.
There comes a big heal from Drudenhaus.
So no block being used yet, and also no trinket, except from Dakkroth, who used them like right away, basically.
Drudenhaus just sat, yeah, in a string late right now, so. But both teams still have their trinket except Dakkroth at the moment. We see Drudenhaus in a Desco getting swapped to. Pop Stone for him.
Trying to get out of LOS again. This is working out more or less.
And Drudenhaus has to use NS. While Zotan actually has not many cooldowns left. That's his last AMZ. He used both AMS and Icebound Fortitude. So, you know, might see a kill on him eventually, but at the same time, Drudenhaus taking a lot of damage and putting back the pressure on Rodriguez. And Zotan 50% HP right now. They got a full deep on Geru, who has actually no trinket. Might see a sheep coming out maybe after that. No,
yeah,
we see
actually nothing happened.
No, but we see the Desco on Zotan and still putting a lot of pressure. Mana-wise, Drudenhaus is doing a bit not as good as Geru, but
Rodriguez is getting quite a bit of damage once again, and I just love the ping pong they play between Zotan and Rodriguez, and now he just blocked.
Rodriguez has to block from the damage, but Drudenhaus still has his trinket, so he should be fine and not get CC'd and should be able to pick Rodriguez back up very soon.
Exactly. We just had a deep on Zotan there, who's freezed again and trying to do his luck now again on Rodriguez, who is putting out the sheep onto Zotan, which just got out of it right away.
Okay. But Geru, Rodriguez really low, 30k HP, 10k HP, and the block. That's his last block. That is going to be his last block, but looks like they're going to try and counter the pressure on Drudenhaus. We see a silence on Dakkroth right now. And we see this pop AMS from Zotan right here, so he's going to be able to stick on his target a little more and not take too much damage. Rodriguez still getting trained, so he can't do much. We see Lichborn, so you expect some heals from the DK here, while Draintrainy gets put in a fear. Zotan still really low, 30k HP, gets Spirit Linked back up to 80k. Zotan still on Rodriguez, trying to stop that mage from getting CC or damage. And it's doing pretty good at the moment. Drudenhaus not doing too well, but actually Geru has 1k mana left, so...
Yeah, definitely need a drink there, so I don't know, that is what he's actually doing. He got line out of sight there.
And we see an AMS from Zotan, so don't expect him to have anything much left after that. Pretty sure he used AMZ recently too, so he won't have that up for a little bit. We see a deep on Geru right now, which is instantly trinketed. Zotan's still really low in mana, but Geru picked his mana with a mana tied back up to around 30k. And there's the AMZ, the best score on Zotan, still really low in HP, but the AMZ should keep him from a little bit. He's still really low, has no AMS for 20 seconds. Will they be able to score a kill? Well, Geru has no trinket, 10k HP
God,
on
this could be
Zotan. The blanket CS on Geru, and down goes!
Wow.
Down goes Zotan. The MLS did it. Wow.
It really did. I didn't actually see what kept Geru from healing him back up, because like he basically made a quite long break there to get his old mana back up, and then yeah, I don't know.